Hello everyone and welcome to the week 1 recap of 2018's My Diet Starts Monday. This is where I'm showing you how to make the physiological switch to go from a sugar burner to a fat burner to lose weight in a healthy way. Let's break down the stats on where I am after 1 week of working towards my goals. What is my goal? My goal is going from an obese 271 to a healthy 230 in 60 days. Yes, 40 pounds in 60 days. Can it be done? Of course. Can it be done in a healthy way? Sure. It is simple when you know how. Now, as you remember from the last video, I showed you my bioimpedance analysis statistics. Now, I run a scan monthly, so we won't do a new one for a few videos. But just as a reminder, it measured my body fat at 26.3, which puts me in the obese category. But in the scan, I knew I had a good shot at losing weight because my nutrition levels were high and strong and my toxicity levels were low. Both good things, so I didn't have to worry about those variables as potential roadblocks. Next is my blood glucose, which I pay very close attention to. Blood sugar I like to see in the 80s. So week 1 was 95, which is a click too high. Now the lab reference range for glucose is anywhere from 80 to 100, so there's probably not a medical doctor in the beautiful state of Utah that they would blink or mention this as a problem. But the truth is that I'm only 5 points from being out of range. So it's not solid in the middle as a green, but it's not outside the reference range as a red. This is what I call a yellow. What does yellow mean? Well, yellow means yes, you're within the boundaries and you're within the parameters. But if you don't give a word of caution, you're really asking yourself for trouble. Now the result after 1 week is I've dropped all the way down to 77. Wait a minute, that's below your reference range of 80. Is that bad? Well, not necessarily. Now, it would be if blood sugar was my primary fuel source for the body. Now, seeing that number below 80 makes me cautiously optimistic that I'm transitioning over to or have already transitioned into a fat-burning state. And the answer to that is in the very next thing that I monitor, and that is my ketone levels. Now remember, the reference range for somebody being in a solid fat-burning state is anywhere from 1.5 to 3.0. And I'm coming in at 3.7. I went from 0.2 all the way up to 3.7 in 1 week. So as you can see, I am well into the fat-burning state of what nutritionists call ketosis. Other terms are keto-adapted or just plain keto. All these terms mean is that I've switched over from burning sugar to burning fat. Reppin'. So the next thing that I keep track of is a graph and a log for my weight loss. To this point, after 7 days, I've gone from 271 down to 259. I've lost 12 pounds. Each graph follows me for 30 days, tracking my patterns, my plateaus, my stalls, my huge losses, and all those. Now, as you can see on the graph, I did gain a couple pounds going from day 2 to day 3. That's when I decided to go out for pizza with the family. Now, I could have been good, but I decided to pig out instead. No lie, it was good. But the kicker is that my awesome cousin, who's following her own program, brought her own stuff. Now, they didn't know I was following a program. But the take home is that you don't have to be self-conscious about bringing your own food to certain events. And if a person does make a big deal about it, well, maybe they're just a petty, unsupportive, silly, self-conscious, scared person that needs your help. So go easy on them and see what you can do to help them. Now, I combine the graph with my daily eating log. Very basic, very simple. That way I can look at diet and weight loss and see any correlations or patterns and trends because I always want to maximize the good and minimize the bad. I limit my diet to fruits, vegetables, and meats, super clean, super mean. And yes, I am exercising very modestly. I ran 4 times this week, Monday through Thursday, and took a 3-day weekend. Now, I track weight loss along with food intake and exercise because the fact is I'm going to hit a plateau. And when I do, I want to make sure it's just that. It's my body regrouping and repairing and just something that happens rather than me shooting myself in the foot. So what does 12 pounds look like? Well, not much, but let's go ahead and take a look at the pictures. Picture number 1 from the front, picture number 2 from the side, and picture number 3 from the back. I'd say the picture from the side tells the most. I don't know, what do you think? Yes, my body has made the switch and I like it. Now, the one thing that I want you to get out of seeing me go through the process is that it's chemistry over calories. When you get your body chemistry right, success is going to follow. So you can see everything is very closely monitored and observed. And knowing these things, anybody can do it. It lets me, along with anybody that goes through the program, know that they're moving in the right direction and they're doing it the right way. The Make a Switch program is available to all patients. That doesn't mean you have to come in and get adjusted, but it does mean you have to come into the office. Just a little more than 1/10 gone, 7 days out of 60. If you have any questions or would like to schedule an appointment, give the office a call. Remember, it is chemistry over calories, and it's better to be in alignment than out of alignment every single time. We'll see you at the next post.